Dear Jackson family, it is with great sadness that we learned of the untimely death of Michael Jackson. Michael became close to us after he started visiting and performing in South Africa regularly. We grew fond of him, and he became a close member of our family. We had great admiration for his talent and that he was able to triumph over tragedy on so many occasions in his life. Michael was a giant and a legend in the music industry, and we mourn with the millions of fans worldwide. We also mourn with his family and his friends over the loss of our dear friend. He will be missed, and memories about him cherished for a very long time. My wife and I, our family, our friends, send you our condolences during this time of mourning. Be strong. Nelson Mandela.
Best-selling album of all time. What you have here, and this expression of adulation, almost worship, is the fact that this man was extraordinarily talented in one body. He had three remarkable skills.
And probably had the singular greatest influence on the music business.
Home. I, of course, had privileged access to that and revealed some of that. And I remember the reaction to myself having made the film, that I was somehow demonized because one small part of a 2-hour documentary referred to some of the more eccentric parts of his life. And yet, the vast majority of that film was a celebration of his abilities. The other thing to bear in mind, I think, is that he's a man whose scale is global. He's known from Australia to Alaska, from South Africa to South Korea. In the 1980s, I read a paper which said that there were 3 people known almost everywhere throughout the world. Her Majesty, the Queen of the United Kingdom, the Pope in Vatican City, and Michael Jackson, the King.
Malik's kids, Malik has 10 kids with his wife Nancy, they'd all go out and Jackson's kids would take their veils off and nobody knew who they were. They could just be a regular kid, all the regular kids, and a bunch of regular kids. They can go to the movies, they can go to get ice cream and all of that. And the kids loved it, and Jackson loved that they could do it. And one night, we showed this on the Today Show as well, Michael said he always wanted to know what it was like to go to a supermarket and shop like a regular person. So Malik, who has some influence, a lot of Jews down there, had a closed supermarket, opened at night, and had some ringers brought in to play other shoppers, including Jackson's nanny for the kids. And Michael came in and pushed the cart around and filled it up with all kinds of things, including Life magazine. That's when it was done. That had on the cover Elizabeth Taylor. I noticed in looking at the pictures closely. Really an extraordinary story about Michael and the kid.
But, and you realize the reasons for it, I guess, but how heartbreaking.
Well, and you think how reclusive Michael Jackson has been since that trial, even you could argue somewhat before, but that nature then surrounds everyone around him, and certainly his kids. But, you know, we have to stand back, because I've watched this, and there has been a circus, you know, quality to this whole thing, and sometimes we have to remember that he was a person too. And certainly, you know, odd in the estimation of many of us, but, you know, he had